from Winder, Georgia. I am here today just quickly to tell you a little bit about my upcoming sale, hopefully to give you some tips. And so my sale will be probably November 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually post on all my social media channels, but the first ones to know, like previews and everything, I send that first through my website on my for my subscribers. If you have subscribed to my newsletter, I don't spam you. So I do send, whenever I have a sale, workshop, stuff like that, that's when I make my announcements. But I've been so caught up with painting, glazing, that sometimes I forget to post things, and so that's the reason why I wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about maybe pricing and a little bit of the processes and price points that I will have, like different price points of my products. So this will be one of the largest sales that I've had in a while because I've been busy in the beginning of the year with workshops. I also sold a lot through my workshops, and then through Charlie Cummings, the Charlie Cummings Gallery. I've been busy making things for them. And finally, I had some time to have enough stuff for my sale, for my upcoming sale. So the pieces that I will have will be a combination of things that I've made through, that on my tutorials that you have seen, the ocarinas, the luminaries that I've made with the fox, some sculpted pieces. But lately, the pieces that I've also sold a lot of these through Charlie Cummings. But if you weren't able to get one of these through Charlie Cummings, now is your chance. And it will be in plenty of time for Christmas. So all these will be hopefully available soon. But I wanted to talk about pricing your pieces. So all my pieces are priced according to the amount of work that goes into it. So of course, the sculpted pieces take a lot longer because I make them hollow. They're all hand sculpted, carved. And then it's a tedious process of attaching and babying those pieces so that they don't have any cracks. So I take a lot of attention to those pieces, and then I carve the handles to make it look like branches. So there is carving, and then after that there is the painting. So the painting I do with underglazes. Lately I've been using the kiwi underglazes that I love, but I also use Duncan underglazes and Amaco, a little bit of Amaco. I have different brands, but mostly kiwi because they're so bright, and you can see here. So these pieces that I'm gonna show you, they have been fired twice now. And so you can see how bright they are. So they will be pretty close to the colors that it's going to be after the glaze firing. And also what I've decided to do is leave them unglazed, just with the underglaze. So instead of putting the clear glossy glaze over them, I'm going to leave without them. But it will be glazed everywhere else. And you can see here the leaves, everything will have a clear over them. And also I've been painting them on the bottom. And what I use is this handy dandy applicator bottle that I can squirt the glazes through here, because sometimes it's even hard to use a brush without touching everything else. So with these, you can do that. You can put the glaze in here, and kind of go real close all around my sculpted piece. And I can squirt the glaze that I want and then paint the rest. So that's what I'll be doing. So I'm gonna have a lot of these painter chameleons. I have some veiled chameleons, and I love how they came out. So I do a lot of research on their anatomy and to make as close as possible to their colors, their shape and everything. So I pay a lot of attention to that, uh, to recreate something that is close to the real thing. So I'll have some of the milk frogs, and you can see these were all painted again, mostly kiwi underglazes, tropical. Some have the flowers, and then I have to come up with a new glaze combination. I have some are going to be white stoneware, and some are porcelain, like this one. You can see, let me see if you can see the difference a little bit. Can you tell? This is white stoneware, white bear, and white bear from Kentucky Mud Works. This is frost, Laguna frost is what I like to use. And you can see also how Laguna frost shrinks a lot. So usually they come out just slightly smaller, also painted on the bottom, but I love these, the blue chameleon. That's new to me. And you can see the details on the painting. I do all the dots. Some of them I used, nope, there's some glaze in here. I do a designer liner for the dots. And then some new ones to me is this red-eye skink. He's really cute. He almost looks like a little dragon. And I love how he turned out. So I think, again, I'm going to leave him without the clear glaze, and then I'll glaze the rest. But he looks awesome. What else? I've been making a lot of these. If you guys haven't seen I have a tutorial on the lidded jars, and then I've been just painting. I forgot to take a picture on what they look like before, but it turned out really nice. The colors that I use for the hummingbirds and the flowers, I was very happy with it. These will, as you can see, I already put the clear glaze over. Just because when it's something that fragile, as you can see, his beak is very thin. His wings are very thin, just like when I made the fairy, that fairy piece that I called it like a show piece. It's not really, could be functional, but it's more like an art sculptural piece that you can put it like maybe on a coffee table. And so all those I did put clear, and the reason is because when it is something very fragile, the clear glaze helps to make your piece stronger. So that's the reason behind it. So if I would have made these and just left it unglazed, just with the underglazes, chances are that this could break easier than it would if I had put the clear glaze over. So anyways, that's the main reason behind it. And sorry that I had already glazed. I really forgot. Yesterday I was doing, some painting with them, and this is the fox. So I've been loading these pieces as I make them, as I finish them. I've been putting them on the kiln. So this is just a fraction of all the pieces that I will have. So let's talk about the different price points that I was talking about. So of course, the sculpted pieces will be at my highest price point because they're sculpted and hand painted, just like this frog mug is sculpted and then painted all the way around. But I will have some cuerda seca mugs. As you guys know, I love cuerda seca painted. Also time consuming, but not as much as the sculpted pieces. But I will have, I'm making a lot of lidded jars that will be cuerda seca. And then I will have a lot of these bird cups coming up. And anything that you guys have seen in my tutorials, they will be available on my sale. So all my luminaries with the foxes, the ocarinas, I will combine everything that I have and I'll have a big sale. So let me know if you guys had any questions. Again, I love to share. You guys had seen these, that they were my testers. Those will also be available at a lower price point because they were testers, not necessarily a glaze that I like using. And for that reason, I will discount them. Also, this wonderful glaze combo that I love, I will be using a lot more of these. Also, that purple glaze combination that I really loved, I will be using a lot of that as well. But these will all be available. And I would try to separate them into like my sculpted pieces, my cuerda seca pieces. So when you see on the sale, they will be combined, like grouped together into different sections. So that's it. I just wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about that before these guys go in the kiln, and hopefully I will have a kiln review soon for you. So I'm hoping that by this Saturday I will have one, because I am filling up the kiln. If I can't fill it up all the way to the top by this Saturday, I will have it on the next one. So thanks again, guys. See ya.